Hey friends, good afternoon. Yeah,
Yo, yo, yo.
yo,
What's going
yo.
on?
Hey guys.
Coochie, coochie, coo.
Welcome back to another week of Understanding People.
We're gonna get that theme song right one of these days.
We just gotta keep working on it. That's it. And y'all have to join in. Y'all have to help us with this.
Now you got it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got it. You know what I mean?
Embrace the power.
How's everybody's week?
Went pretty well.
Very productive.
Super productive.
That's good.
We got some things coming out for you guys, man. We've been working extra hard. Shout out to the people that don't want to be in front of the camera as well. Let me stop snapping my fingers before Nas punch me in the face.
Oh, I thought you were trying to hold your hand.
Nah.
No, he's tapping on the.
Yeah, but like I was saying, we got a lot of things coming for you guys, man. We've been working together outside of just the podcast. We got a lot of things coming. So look forward to a great 2020, man. You guys agree?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
I'm down. I'm excited.
Even if we lost some things, things happen.
Damn.
I'm taking shots fired. Pow, pow.
Let's not get
I mean-
into that.
Damn.
You're not beefing with anybody.
No. I'm beefing with somebody. Nah, that's my man's.
That was
The
aggressive.
Lord.
He ain't deserve all
That's
that.
the energy I give because I'm from New York, man. I'm from
Mm.
New York. You know what I'm saying? Long
Is
Island, stand up.
really new? Oh, okay, yeah.
Long Island, stand up.
Let them know where
I
you
don't
really
know
from
how
in
much
New
that
York.
counts.
Yeah, I'm from Strong Island. We got Brooklyn in the house. We got the Bronx.
Does
we got
anybody
Harlem.
does
Whole
anybody
world.
call it Strong Island except people from Long Island?
Yeah.
I've never heard that
I've
before.
never heard that shit ever.
Yeah, I can take y'all shots right now. What's a
Because
day?
Long Island stays in the corner.
Let's compare a
They
day
just
in
stay
Long
up there.
Island to a day in Brooklyn.
It's fine for me. I don't know about you.
I really don't want to experience either. I'm good. I'm scared.
We can tell by the hat.
Smack Koofy off.
Nah, but to touch upon today's episode, the title is, what's a day like in New York? What is a day like in New York? Nah, I started off with us. What's a regular day in New York?
Regular day for me.
I was
Wake
like,
up.
smell the halal carts.
Smell
Halal
halal
cards.
cards.
The sunrise, and the
ever
halal
had
cart
halal?
smelling.
You know
I've had
how
ones.
cards
I didn't
up
care
there
for
like
it.
that. Wake up, brush my teeth,
Please.
put my pants on one leg at a time, like anybody else in America.
Huh?
I jump
Then
in
I hop
mine.
on the train,
Huh?
go to work,
Huh?
get a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Huh? Bacon
That's
egg
one
with
word.
queso.
Bacon, eggs, yeah, bacon,
Bacon,
egg.
egg, and cheese. is
I
one
said that
word.
right?
Yeah.
You said the
Con
cheese
queso.
right.
Okay.
You said cheese right.
Oh, bacon egg and
Said
con
cheese right.
queso.
That's
You said cheese in Spanish, yes.
How do you say bacon and egg in Spanish?
I know it's huevo for
I know
eggs.
egg is huevo.
Yeah. So,
Bacon? How you say
Bacon.
bacon?
El bacon.
Do say?
nah.
Isn't that like sugar?
This
Yeah,
guy,
it's
this guy needs a
Do
drink.
say, yeah.
But yeah, man. How about you, Jess?
That was funny. That was a good one. That was good.
Yeah, tell me about it later.
Oh, my man.
Same thing Nasha. Wake up, go on the train, go to work, come home, try and catch a seat on the train.
Turkey bacon or regular bacon?
Right now we're on a turkey bacon tip.
Okay. Turkey bacon.
Oh yeah, word. No pork.
You know, where
no
no
pork,
pork
my
on your fork. Yeah.
They used to have a restaurant titled that in Harlem, 125th, right off 125th.
No pork on my fork.
Trying
I
to eat
heard
a little
that.
cleaner.
Nah, I feel you. What about you,
Maybe
Leek?
so
What's
like-
a day like for you?
Me, if it's a right day, so what I do is I get up. Before I brush my teeth, I order Seamless, order the Dominican
Before
restaurant.
you brush your teeth.
Yeah, you jump
Get
on
the
the phone
Dominican
first.
breakfast?
Yeah, get the breakfast. So I get the platano, the cheese, the fried cheese, the salami, and
The salami.
the onions and all that
Mhm.
on Seamless. Cause you know you live in New York, you ain't gotta go downstairs and shit. Then I get my life together, take a shower, and then go outside and then live this crazy life of Uber pools and work. That's it. New York is just
The jungle.
the jungle.
Yeah.
Smell of the fresh concrete.
Fresh concrete. After the super just finished washing the street, washing the
Yeah.
sidewalk.
With the pine salt.
The super that's
Why would
extorting
why would
you.
Wash pine salt?
Super.
Because
Okay, he taking this shit personal.
dog something on the street, you gotta
They
clean.
just use a sprinkler. I don't think they use soap on the sidewalk.
Okay, I just want to think that they do on the sidewalk.
They don't soap the sidewalks?
No.
Nah.
I think they
So
just
that
use-
3-second rule is kind of disgusting, huh? 'Cause
It's,
that-
al-
It's
it's,
extremely
it's always been
disgusting.
disgusting, and it's never been a thing. I
As soon
feel
as it
like
Oh,
falls,
y'all was
germs go
playing?
on it.
Who was playing?
Y'all don't do that. 3-second rule.
No, germs go on it as soon as it
Those
falls.
things once they hit the floor.
Wow.
So I'm the only one that practices 3-second rule here.
Yes.
Oh, you
are.
practice it, so you do this on the regular.
He's
okay.
saying that's why he's surprised that we don't.
It sounded like he does this on the regular.
Yes,
You-
till this day probably.
teach
you
us
know.
So the last time I got sick.
But like I told y'all in one of our earlier episodes, my idea is that guy ain't gonna take me out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a bad friend try. Come on, baby, it's all good.
Some people have died from lust.
Damn.
I know. It's that mindset from today. It's just.
But if you had to say, like, from a accurate, television show or movie, how would you compare like a New Yorker for that?
Why did Friends
What?
pop into my head? But that's not accurate.
Like, how accurate do you feel?
They
I'm sorry.
portrayed.
Wait a minute.
How accurately
messed
do you
up.
think they portrayed New York City and New York City life on
Friends is
television?
a perfect example. It's great, just like Friends.
It's
But
not
I think
Get
with
out.
you, it's,
That's what I was just saying. I was like, Friends.
I think
comes to
with
mind,
you,
but
it's
not a perfect
Friends with
example.
Benefits. That movie. I think with you. Oh, you never seen it?
You never seen that movie?
Nah.
Oh.
It'd be the story of your life.
That's
For
what I said.
entertainment
Oh,
purposes
Friends.
only.
Yeah, with Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. Yeah.
Entertainment purposes only.
I don't know. I feel like it's every stereotype
Like a living single
about
kind
living
of thing.
and being a New Yorker has spawned from.
Living single.
Oh, so I'm not answering
Y'all,
the question.
Oh, my bad.
y'all sing that jingle, but y'all won't sing the understanding people jingle.
I'm
They done
glad
made
I
millions.
got my girl.
Keep your head up.
Keep your head up. That's right.
It was set in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They lived.
They
pretty
had their
well.
apartment and they actually worked, unlike Friends, with a lot of them didn't work to afford it.
Let's not make
they
this a
worked.
racial thing or anything like
I
that.
didn't make it a racial thing. I'm just
joking.
saying the females in Living Single actually worked and had high-paying jobs. And
She
they
did.
had
She
roommates.
worked. She worked at the coffee shop and afforded a
A
two-bedroom.
coffee shop
in
afforded
New
a
York.
2-bedroom in a high-rise.
Mm.
Where there's no black people in the building.
That was a big
on the
ass. That
street.
was a big ass apartment.
Exactly.
There was two of them on the same floor.
There was some big ass apartments.
As a
To not have
coffee
a job
waitress.
and afford that shit in New York, fuck out of here.
Why do you seem so upset?
Because I am upset.
It's true.
I'm trying to live like that, off
And
a
that is
off a
impossible.
coffee shop salary.
I'm out here fighting for my life.
What do you want from me?
That's fucked up.
Shut up.
It's true. You gonna shout out Tyrese?
Shout out to.
Shout out Tyrese.
I thought that was R. Kelly. I'm out here fighting
Wow.
for my fucking life.
No, he's right,
Remember
he's
that?
right.
Yeah, but then
Oh.
Tyrese
Tyrese
had
did
those
the
like,
same
what
thing,
more
but
do
like,
you want from me?
yeah, I'm not
He
shouting out
said he
R.
called
Kelly.
Will Smith and then he asked him for like $3 million. It's like, brother, chill.
I did not give him that
I
money.
need those kind of problems where when they ask me for $3 million and feel like
Pocket
I could
change.
give it to them.
Pocket change.
So does anything accurately depict New York on,
No,
on camera?
like I was saying, I
Before they
feel
really
like
cut you off.
yeah, word. I feel like all the stereotypes about living in New York and being a New Yorker pretty much spawn from film. Some of it is based in reality, but it gets exaggerated. And then Hollywood takes those same stereotypes that they make and they integrate it back into their depictions of New York City. Well, like, oh, I'm walking here. Of course, it's a commuter city. Everybody's walking.
The
You
man's
know?
dancing in the middle of the street.
Dancing?
On
No,
Broadway?
that's facts. It's facts.
Well,
People are
Showtime is
dancing.
different than like
Showtime.
But you know
dancing
what's
around
crazy?
a pole on Broadway
They should
and
make like a,
42nd Street.
they should make like a TV show about that.
What?
Like dancing on the train.
I'm surprised they have not made like a
Like that's the
documentary or a
most New York
reality
thing
show.
ever. That's ours. That's us.
Yo,
Let's
copyright.
not give ideas. They still are ideas. You know what I'm saying? I
That's how
mean,
they should do it. But nah, I don't think nothing accurately depicts New York. It's like little pieces of different shit and then you put it all
Yeah.
together.
How about you?
Battle rap.
Battle rap.
That accurately depicts New York City.
yes, if you listen to battle rap, it definitely depicts New York City.
No, it does.
Brooklyn will rob you. Harlem is flashy. Queens is, I guess, the money.
What?
They say Queens is about money. Queens
You got a
get
friend from
money.
Queens or something?
Queens get the money. And they say the Bronx is also will rob you. I'm from Long Island, guys. We got green grass, fences.
We do that number too.
Man, y'all just got more space to do. Y'all
Exactly. And
But-
higher property tax.
Yeah, that's very true. That's why my ass been in Harlem for the last 10 years.
We still not claiming you though.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be
The
from here.
boroughs don't really claim Long Island. So.
Throw it up for me one time,
He gonna really throw up LI?
please. That's he owes you.
Only L I'm throwing up.
Is that a gun?
No, this is fingers.
It's my just.
Spirit fingers. It's just-
So speaking about Long Island, I know you drive a car and all that. As you moved into the city, do you think like having to own a car is a necessity or a luxury?
Luxury. For the most part, I'm just very lazy, so I live 5 minutes away from my job, but I decide to drive just to make it 2.5. So it's a luxury for me. But as far as nah, it's not a necessity in the city, of course, because you got the subway station, you got the buses, you got a lot more public transportation. But in Long Island, you will need a vehicle, in my opinion.
No choice.
No, you need that over
Now
there.
you need it over there, man. Things are for you trying to get to the mall and things of that nature. You definitely need a car. It ain't no subway in Long Island, so unless you're
You
just trying
think
to do Uber.
hitchhikers? Like I can stand on the road and be
Oh,
like,
that's crazy.
Anybody that look like you, I doubt it.
that's cold.
But yeah,
Has anyone else owned a car in the city?
No.
Not in the city.
but the funny thing, I mean to cut you off. The funny thing about that is how like you can see the difference between Long Island and New York City. Like the only Long Island guy here, is driving, and everybody else is like. And now that I'm here, it definitely shows like Long Island. You need a fucking vehicle, and the city it's free.
Yeah.
It's freelance.
And when I
so-
came
I'm in
back,
the middle.
yeah, when I came back from Texas, I had a car, and my mother was like, "What you want to do with it? You want to keep it?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm good. You can just sell it. I'm good, cause I don't want to have to be running around with like a trying to ticket the wrong side of the street. This that is just too much. And I can
Move
get
my
everybody on
car.
the train. Yeah. What you mean you in the middle?
Yeah, because in certain places I have to go that's near me. It's not necessarily near me unless we drive. And then if I work in the city, I can literally take a train to every single client that I have to without needing to use the car. But where I live, I have to have the car to get places.
What borough? I feel like I should know this.
Brooklyn/Queens.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we do a lot of things in Queens, Long Island, so I need to travel there. But versus when I get into like Brooklyn, Manhattan, I'm taking the train, hop,
Gotcha.
skip to wherever I have to go.
Can you show us?
Do you have a preference?
display the Millie Rock since you're from Brooklyn?
We're not doing that.
We're not doing the Millie Rock.
I'll let Naj do that.
Oh.
That's
Do you have a
That's
preference?
the Harlem. Of which one? I love the luxury of being driven. Notice I say driven.
So you're not driving, just in a
I'm
car.
being driven.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I
That's
can
that
drive,
bullshit.
but I choose
That
not.
bullshit.
Well, all my siblings drive and they love it. So it's like, okay, let's hop in the car and let's go someplace. So I'm not gonna be the first one. I'm literally the fourth in line to be like, okay, it's my turn. When they're like fighting for the car to drive.
I guess if I have to, that's you.
Yeah, it's like, I guess mom has to go to the supermarket. Let's go. But it's like, no, I want to drive today. It's like, okay, fine. I'll just sit in the back seat, sleep, wake up, and where we have to be.
Yeah, I'm a road tripper. I'm a good ox guy, and I'm a good
Oh,
fall
no, I'm
asleep
sleeping.
guy. Yeah, I'm good for both.
I'll
That's
tell you
it.
one thing though about New York City. It definitely makes you a better driver. Cause
Oh, you can drive here, you can drive anywhere.
yeah,
Of course.
I really believe
Is
that.
that the truth?
Yes.
Because I heard driving in like what countries? In Hong Kong or China is just a wild, wild west out there.
Well, yeah, because they have like the wider roads, especially that
No,
one road
because
that you
people
see in
just
like
make up rules.
Fast and Furious.
as they go.
There's
Yeah,
no
literally.
regulation, right? It's just like,
That.
Nah.
Exactly like that.
Not to steer this conversation in another way.
Oh. What
okay,
is that?
that was the
Gosh.
Long Island Millie Rock.
Okay.
That was the
Premium.
Hands
Yeah,
slow.
Macarena.
Premium
Macarena
content.
2.0.
Macarena Millie. You
Premium content. What was that for? OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
got an OnlyFans account?
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you put my business out there now.
Wait a
You know, what I mean, making money on the side. You know.
What's your rates?
Hey, yo, wait a minute.
That's a
For the
legitimate
viewers.
question.
For the viewers.
To show the whole
How much
Long
you
Island
worth?
Rock.
You know what I'm saying? I'm only worth $5.
The Long Island Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, that was funny. Relax. Relax.
Leave me hanging?
Don't try to
Oh,
front. Relax. No.
Camera over there.
Oh, yeah. Anywho, do you guys visit any touristic traps out here?
Only if family comes because I avoid it like the plague. 'Cause I
And
like to walk freely.
it's a double question, but what is the last one you visited?
Empire State Building for the first time this year.
Really?
And I've been in New York all my life.
Same here. I never been
It was
there.
beautiful, but wait.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah. You have to go like early morning and
Oh,
during
wow.
the week when everybody else is at work.
Does it cost?
Yeah, I think $40 a person
Mm.
to go all the way. And then if you want the exclusive package to go to the tippy point,
Yeah.
it's probably close to $100.
They
Tippy
charge
Point,
you.
is that the official name?
It's not.
The tippy point. Wait.
So you go to like that's like the 86th floor, and there's like 102nd floor.
And
Yes,
you
they
gotta
charge you.
pay to get on an
Because
elevator?
it's like a museum. So you go up to a certain floor, and then you walk around. It's a museum.
Isn't
And
it
then you-
called Top of the World? On Top of the World, or something
That's
like
No,
that?
Top of the Rock
Rockefeller.
is
Oh, Rockefeller.
that's
Top of the Rockefeller Center.
yeah, but that's restaurant.
Guys,
Oh.
Yeah.
Top of the Rock. Yeah.
guys, they pay it. Wait. We gotta pay.
And then they jip you at the end and say, "I just took a picture of you. I can't give you a digital, so this is $10 for the print."
But why are you acting
Oh
shocked?
no, you can keep it.
Why are you acting shocked? It's New York.
They
Everything
pay for
costs.
everything at tourist spots.
But it like we getting on the elevator, like we going upstairs. Like what you mean? Like how you gonna?
You don't
so
have
it's
access
free to
on
get
the
into the
thing.
building. It's cool.
Yes.
But as we go
lobby.
up, we
The
need
lobby.
more money.
You get to the
free to
second
be in the
floor,
lobby.
and it's like, all right, if you want to get into this elevator to go to this ride, $40.
So they give you like a little taste, and then just get to the 5th floor for free.
How much they charge you to like leave the building?
Oh, no, that's free because
I'm
now
joking.
they're over. They're over you now. It's like, all right, next.
Yo, what? I ain't never know that.
How about you?
That's why we never went.
Actually, recently, not recently, in the last like 6 months, I did the double-decker tour bus thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. I saw shit that I never seen before, and I've lived here all my life, for the most part.
Like what?
Everything, really. Everywhere we went.
That's what.
Like,
That's
yeah,
what.
everything.
That's what you
Everything
did.
outside of Harlem.
Yeah.
That's what you.
Exactly.
Where did it go around? Like Upper East?
No, because I took the downtown tour, so we was on the bus for like 2-3 hours.
3 hours.
And yo, we was places, and I was like, that's been here the whole time. To the point where we got to like the Twin Towers and stuff. I was like, wait, which one is it? Is it this one? I had no idea. Like, it was like crazy. I like learned shit, and I was like, wow.
I mean, it's no longer
Yeah.
called Twin Towers.
Or whatever is it with it.
There is places past 125th.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Dykeman in Harlem, y'all, just to let y'all know.
No, it's not. No. I'm gonna think.
Last touristy.
My honestly, my answer is the same as Jessica's, but this was years ago, and I did it for free. Well, free I use the term free loosely because I was working. So during the time of my life where I was doing delivery, and I had to deliver a package to the Empire State Building, and I went up to the 77th floor, and it was crazy because I got to look out the window, and it was also kind of weird because on that floor there was kind of like nobody there. It was pretty empty except for like this one office I had to drop it off at. And I stopped and I looked out the window and you could see like the whole entirety of New York City. It was kind of breathtaking.
So I popped
It's
out. I was
really
like,
pretty,
that's
though.
going to be $10.
Oh, you trying to leave? You trying to leave?
Yo, I'm working. No. I don't want to hear none of that.
I think that's. But in general, I don't find myself going to a lot of touristy New York City places because they're just populated with tourists, and tourists don't know how to walk at a New York City pace.
That's true.
And they're stopped in the middle of the block instead of going on the side to look for directions or to take a picture of some building where we're like, I just want to go from point A to point B.
Yeah, when you walk in and niggas just stop in front
Exactly. I'm just like, oh my God.
The last
It's the most frustrating thing ever.
The last place I've been to was the Vessel on 34th Street. It's fairly
of
new.
you. The Beehive?
No, it's called the Vessel.
Oh.
It's like
Oh yeah.
The Hudson Yards. You're talking about.
yeah, the Hudson Yards. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I actually went there I think the day they opened it up.
Mad tourists there too.
Crazy, but it was really dope, man.
Why is it so popular? What did you
It's a
see
new
there
selfie
that
spot.
made you go?
It's actually really nice.
Nah, it's like first
Because
of
you
all
was
the
on the
design.
gram with the selfies. I remember that.
You followed me, right?
I was there.
Nah, but it was it's actually really just beautiful. Like it ain't like you could like seriously, it's a beautiful.
Why did it
thing.
make you joke?
It started like mad concrete in New York. You're like, yeah, it's a beautiful place out here. It's just
Nah, because
bad
I-
street.
No, it is really
Nah,
nice. You
it's
should go
it's
see it.
it's just for sightseeing. I would recommend it to anybody. It's right there by the water. It's something I don't know if you go on dates anymore, but if you
They
ever
just,
want
they just pull up
clearly
for entertainment purposes only.
They
It's a
just
joke.
pull up.
they is a
They, the word
Yo,
is
remember
they.
that this morning? The pull up? That was funny. Was it?
See how he tried to change it over?
Yeah.
No, we're going back to that.
Deflection. He got his Wonder Woman bracelets on.
They still drinking vodka while he's still drinking water.
That's vodka. You didn't even know.
There's multiple levels to that shit.
Jessica.
Oh no!
I almost gave me that face again. I was like, I don't want to be another meme.
I
I'm
noticed
gonna
that.
save it for somebody else.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Oh, now I noticed you said that you bring family. When you bring family, that's when you go to these touristic things. But do you recommend family or like when they come out here like to live in New York or people that outside of it? Would you recommend them to live in New York?
I would.
And why?
I love it. It's the energy, the people. Well, the people, yes and no.
Mm.
The opportunity also.
Mm.
So, and every time I go someplace else, I'm just like, I want to go back home.
Even with these prices?
Yeah. Because think about it this way: every place has their pricing, and their cost of living may be lower or higher than us, but
Mm.
also the amount of money that you make is relative to the price of living.
True.
So even if you move to like a Florida, you'll still feel the same because it's equivalent.
See, I would say come get that New York bag and
And then
then
go back
move
there.
down there. How about you guys?
If I would recommend it to anyone, yes and no. I guess it all depends on what they're trying to achieve or what they're looking for or what kind of lifestyle they want to live. If they're trying to be like relaxed and like find like a zen environment where people are like generally friendly and welcoming,
Nah.
maybe go to Staten Island or Long Island.
Go to Long Island. Take your ass to Long
Go to
Island.
Long Island. I mean, perhaps, but in general, no. If you're somewhat of a pushover or you're not as street smart, then perhaps New York City is not the best for you
You'll be eaten alive.
because you will be hustled.
And by him saying that, let's understand that there's a big difference between New York City and everywhere else in New York. It's like the country outside of New York City. It's a huge difference.
Because if you look at like the state of New York State is like this,
And
New York City is just like
it's down there.
like that.
But it stands out
At the
so
bottom.
much.
I heard you say something just in reference to would you refer somebody to come and move to New York City, and you said opportunity. Do you feel like it's necessary for you to live in New York to pursue your passion or your profession?
Well, for me, yeah, because a lot of makeup artists either live in New York or LA, and people end up being bi-coastal, so they'll go between both places because there's more opportunity versus. I'm not gonna get into a popular film show in Ohio
Shout out
unless it's a
Ohio.
film company that packed up their studio and moved to Ohio.
Or
But
unless
that's
the
like
show
on
is
location.
named Ohio.
And since you family, I'm always gonna rep you. Hottest makeup artist in the game right now.
Okay.
Nah, I
Well,
mean,
you might could get some show in Ohio because Cam be in Ohio. And
Yeah, but it's on location stuff, so you're there for like 3 to 6 months, and then you go
Gotcha.
back.
it's over.
And like
by any
the-
chance, does Cam know you? Does Cam shout you out?
I'm good at all. I'm good at all.
I'm
you
just saying,
heard?
does Cam ever shout you out?
I don't think he didn't say. He said Cam or Can.
Cam.
Cam.
Oh.
Cameron.
Cam.
Oh.
I,
Oh, I
get,
thought
I
you
used
said
to
Cam.
get it
I
in
was like, Cam.
Ohio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Get it.
Mm.
It's a New York City Harlem
How about
joke.
you guys? Do you feel like it's needed for you guys to be here for your profession?
Yes and no. I definitely think it's easier when it comes to like the arts because there's more opportunity and more of the companies that be working inside those fields would be on either coast. And I don't know what it is about creativity and water, but the
We
the
like to
more
stay on the
creative,
border.
more creative, the more bustling, more popular cities on east coast of the United States. And yeah,
Like Nas said, depends on the profession. Me personally, I feel like I can make it anywhere. So it's just it's all on the individual.
But
Isn't
what
that the
you
New York
want?
slogan? If you make it here, you can make it anywhere.
That's how I feel about it. You about to say?
But in terms of, nah, forget it. It's cool. It's right.
No, we're lost. We don't. We want to know
No,
what you
it's
had to
fine.
say.
I was gonna say the idea that if we can make it here, we can make it anywhere. So
If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. My opinion.
I mean, that's
What?
that's true right now.
so it's New York.
yo, you,
Yeah.
yo, you deep, dog. Whoa, double D.
Double.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Double D. DJ's eyes went cross-eyed for a second.
If you're from New York, you will understand what "ayo" means. He said something crazy.
All I said
You
was
dead
Really
ass?
uncomfortable
Chill,
right now.
deep,
Nah,
dog.
son.
Nah, he used all of the negative vernacular on you right now.
Facts.
I see what you did there. Yeah. So
Yeah. So what? Yeah. So what? Go ahead, read
continue
it
the
and
thought.
ask the
Continue the
question. Read it.
how are friendships and socializing in New York different versus other places? Is it necessary for you to live in New York? That's the same one. Sorry. Have you ever lived or moved to another place in the world? What are some of the key differences you saw or felt in
He
comparison?
doesn't sound
to
like
New
he's
York?
like first grade.
What?
We didn't answer the
Yeah, you
the
said
socializing one.
I think this is
Look
a
like the
pause.
teacher
Okay, I'll
said.
read it again.
I got some tears in my
The
eyes.
teacher said, Malik, read
out
out
loud.
loud. have you ever in New York, New York, Nueva Telemundo,
Yeah, just gonna Floyd Mayweather me. Yeah, just gonna be like that.
novela.
Okay, let me
Let me. It rubs off on you. Let me.
Are friendships and socializing in New York different versus other places? Also the diversity of your friends.
The first thing that popped to my mind is when you tell a friend later, like I'm gonna call you later.
Mhm.
And New York, that technically means I'm not gonna call you. But if someone from outside is like, later, it's like, oh, but you didn't call me later. It's like, no, I just meant at some time in the future, near or far, you will hear from me again.
Yeah, stop taking me so literally.
Yeah, we're not a literal place.
Later, like later, or like later.
Like
Later,
whenever
later.
I call you back.
Like
You
for
will hear
real.
from me eventually.
Like, deal with it.
Like for real.
You just gotta walk off and be like, eventually.
One day.
Socializing with friends.
I feel like
Well, if you're socializing with somebody else from New York City, it's typically a shared experience, right? And the lingo is all the same, so that language barrier, because we do have basically a different language or new language that we speak here that's not speaking in other places, right? So it'll be easier to communicate, and also they understand like the whole New York City hustle and bustle and struggle a lot of times that you're going
Bars.
through. Right.
Sometimes you may
So
not
it's
be a
easy to
friend.
convey that information where somebody who's not from here or not familiar with it, you try to convey something and they don't get it because when you say it's down the block and around the corner, they think it's like you got to get into a car and drive 5 minutes, and it's different. It's different.
Or when you don't see a friend for a month and everything is fine. But they're like,
Yeah.
well, you don't brunch on Saturdays? Like, no, I'm working on Saturdays, so no, I can't.
You work on Saturdays?
It's like, yeah, it's a New York thing.
What about you, Malik?
as far as like friends and such, I feel like when I lived in another place, it was easier for me to make friends. And I agree with you guys to say like it's like people take you at your word, but it's more like because it's like, yo, what else are you actually gonna be doing? When you live in like Amarillo, Texas, it's like, nigga, it's me and your three other
I
friends.
gotta
You're
talk
not
to
with
you.
them. Like, what you mean you working on Saturdays? Where you at? It's only 6 places open. Like, what are you talking about right now? So it's a little different. And then, I don't know. People, I think that's a later question. Like, people are friendlier, so it's easier to like socialize with people. But yeah, as far as that thought, it's more like you ain't got no choice other places. Like in small towns, unless you like being in your crib, like for Dolly all the time. It's like, yo, when you come outside, it's like 7 places you may go as someone who, once you've been around it everywhere, but so many things, you want to go back and do 3 and 4 times.
I feel like because here we have so much we can do, so sometimes we just really want to be by ourselves because you're bombarded with things 24/7,
It's-
and we're used to it.
It's funny you say that though, because when I'm out and people ask me what is there to do in New York, I be stuck like. I
Because
don't
you've done
think it-
everything, so it's
it's
like
like,
there's nothing
shit.
I would want to recommend to you that I feel is still fun. It's
Yeah.
like,
No, we haven't done anything. We've just done all the things
You know what's
that we
crazy?
like.
I feel like
Sure.
we barely scratched the surface. Like,
Oh, we have.
honestly. So it's like when somebody asks you, like, yo, what you want to do? It's just like, well, it depends what kind of person you are. Like, you want to go
That's
watch
a-
Blades? You want to go watch like you
Yeah.
in Texas? If they be like, yo, what you want to do? You be like, you want to go eat or this is really the extent of it.
Take
you
a
know?
walk
Like
around
a
the block.
movie, yeah, like a movie or
Walk
we go
the
to my
dog.
house. Like I always said that, like in Texas, like for like dates and stuff, it was like, yo, all I gotta do is take you on like 2, 3 dates. And it was over
you
because
scored.
where else you expected me to take you? Bowling, the movies, and to eat. It's a wrap. What else you want to go do with me? It's over.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. I don't know because
New
at
York,
the-
she could tell you take me 12 places.
No, but I'm saying at the age you were in Texas might have been a little bit more difficult.
No, I remember I spent.
no, if you go to small towns, like it literally is like,
I was in Texas
That's
2
it.
years after I graduated high school too. So I was like an
okay.
adult going on dates, but after 2 times, it's like
Nah, 'cause you listen to Mike Jones. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking Texas is where it's at. You know what I mean?
probably a
Like,
different part though, like Austin or
But
something.
where you gonna go on a date? You know what I'm saying, you go to a club or something, I guess. But I'm not a big
who?
what?
Mike Jones.
That was it. He said, "Who? New York minute. Whoa, everything can change." All right. Question.
French Montana.
Yeah, I was in the remix. Have you ever lived or moved to another place in the world? What were some of the key differences you saw or felt in comparison to New York?
Who wants to answer that?
Never lived anywhere else. I've only visited other places.
I mean, I lived in Connecticut, but I feel like that's more so like New York. It's not really too much difference there.
You're the only one in
A
this
real
place
New Yorker
else.
wouldn't accept that. But yeah, me, I lived in Texas, and it was like big different. Like just like the social norms, the people that you interact with, people hold the door for you in Texas. Like you be driving, everybody you drive, I'd be like, I don't know if they say hi to, but I would just say hi back. It's just people are more polite. People are not moving as fast.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess within this question, you could talk about the trips you've been on as well.
I haven't lived any place as I got older. Like, I've been for extended periods of time. I have lived outside of New York, but not as a permanent residence type of a thing. It's only like for months at a time. The differences I realized is like Malik was saying, slower. People seem, there's bullshit everywhere, but people seem a little bit more jovial, a little bit more happy with what they were doing. It wasn't like a hustling, bustling type of a thing. The food was better.
Facts.
What else? There was more sunshine, more rain because it was an island. So that's all you get. You either get sunshine or you get rain. And outside of like big events like a carnival or anything like that, there wasn't really much to do other than go to work or go to school and live your life and shit like that. A lot more beaches, as a fact.
Yeah, that's it.
Not the other thing. He said
Beaches.
Yeah,
More-
that's what I heard. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I heard that. He tried to say I heard what he
Y'all
heard.
lost eyes.
I ain't hear what he heard. Beaches, BEA. You know what I mean? I ain't hear nothing else.
Yo, that shit was that funny because I like looked at PJ.
And PJ's like,
PJ looked at me. He was like,
No, I got him, but it's at the same time.
it's like no, you're stretching.
Entertainment purposes only.
he got it. He just couldn't have been on camera. You understand what I'm
So
saying?
Malik, tell us about your beaches.
There were no beaches in Texas.
In both sense.
Oh, no, there was plenty of sand.
But no beaches.
No beaches.
PJ, like, I cannot comment.
I am happy.
You happy to be here?
I'm happy to be here, man.
Wow. A lot of people not.
What?
You guys sound so guilty.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm holding a secret.
What's the next question?
What kind of secret?
I'm just holding a secret that I can't say on camera.
No.
You're holding many a
I
secret.
feel some type of way, dog. I'm taking this shit personal, my
That's
nigga.
what I'm saying.
My nigga, don't joke about that shit no more.
How could you do this to me?
You know what I'm saying? It's certain shit you ain't need to be
Nobody
joking
knows the
about.
context, but you do.
Nobody knows the context.
I'm
It's
saying, let me sip my
hilarious,
vodka, man.
Take it to the
Take it to the
head.
head.
All right, what's the next question?
Define a New York minute.
Yep. That's it.
That's it.
New York minute can be fast, can be slow. It can be anything you know. New York, New York, New York. Inna.
You tried to.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying. Nah, New York minute is it's very, 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 very weird. I would say like anything can happen in New York minute. Nigga get shot.
Why was I just thinking that?
You know what I'm saying? The nigga you shot might shoot you back in a New York
Yo,
minute.
I just seen the video. Did I show you the video where the man got shot? It's like a New York minute for real. It's like you walk past
It
somebody,
escalates.
you
extremely
bump him.
quickly.
He turned around and apologized like, "Yo, my fault." Your man slapped his hand away. He snuff him. He fall. His other man go to like I guess do something. Next thing you know, homie gets shot twice, and it's like it's been 43 seconds. Like the video is literally 43 seconds long, and somebody gets
And
snuffed.
everybody
Two people
fucked
get
up.
shot,
Yeah.
and it's in a restaurant.
After ordering the bacon,
Was
egg,
it
and
a-
cheese.
Was it a family restaurant?
It was. It was.
Yeah, so New York minute feel like faster than every
Yeah,
other minute.
that's typically what they use it to describe like anything happening fast or like
Fast
mad
pace.
wild shit happening just super quickly.
And all you hear is, yeah!
Nah, man. You know it's for real when you hear somebody yell out something like "yo" or like, "Oh, you gonna let him do you like that?"
I feel like every New Yorker's an instigator.
That's the New York minute marker. That's when it
Yeah,
starts.
that's it.
"Oh, you gonna let him do you like that?"
60 seconds.
It's like, "Oh, if I was you."
I'm
Don't
just
be me.
saying, but I'm not saying.
Speaking about moments, New York moments, what are some of the key attributes of a New Yorker?
Always act like you're in a rush when you have no place to go.
Always aggressive too. You know what I mean? Like it's like we always on defense mode.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Guards
Like,
up.
whether you're driving, whether you're walking, is always like you always feel like somebody's after you or somebody's watching you. Or like you're doing something.
Somebody's
It's
watching me.
necessary paranoia.
Yeah.
Not be from New York,
What?
because there are a lot of people that live in New York.
Oh.
They're not from New York. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
Look,
But
I
you've
was-
been here for like
One of
years.
them
so
had
they
full
I don't know.
assimilate.
Outside of us,
Yeah.
'cause I was also thinking like on as far as like Los Angeles. A lot of people that live in Los Angeles, they're not from there. They were born there, anything like that.
It is more rare nowadays to find
Because
someone who lives here,
we're trying
who's
to
born
put
here.
like characteristics to it, right? But what characteristics can you really say if mad people are like either immigrants here or
I feel like we're globalized, you know? Like, you could, somebody in Texas. if
You
watch
love
enough-
Texas, brother.
Well, that's what was up,
Today's show is about New York.
That's my second home, baby. That's
You know
my
what I'm
second
saying?
home, baby. Without
they
Texas,
did
there's no
say-
me.
What did you throw up?
TX, baby, stop playing. You like,
They
I got
throw
gang
up
ties, baby.
TXs?
I got gang ties, baby. Chill.
how you make an X?
Yeah,
But
that's
you,
a lot of
you
work.
went
with
like
the
this.
What? What?
TX.
I was waiting for that to come out fully.
Like I just made it up. It was organic.
They're gonna be people from Emerald like, nigga, we ain't never do no shit like that.
I don't know what he's talking about. Everybody in the comments. I don't know where he is living at.
When they hit up our Instagram.
It's like, please tell Malik never to come back.
But what I'm saying is that, like, if you watch enough pop culture and like TV shows like about New York or like the things that are said about New York, you can like,
Pick up on it.
yeah, like you can fake be like you said, like
I think I
just
see
cause.
through that though. If you're being fake with it.
Can
Throw
you?
some Tim's
Yes.
on, baggy jeans.
It's like, hey, you want to go? You want to go to the park? Facts.
The park, that ass, B.
That ass.
Using dead ass
That's what you guys
incorrectly.
say, right? That ass. That ass, because I feel like I'm saying out of context.
It's like I'm not serious. I'm not,
If
I am
someone
serious.
made like a conscious effort to be like, I'm gonna be down, I'm gonna like try to like get in, I think they could. It's just
That's
because it's
different,
like,
yeah.
you know, we're so
Stand on
Diverse.
3rd Ave in the Bronx for about 2 days. You fit
Two
right
days.
in.
2 days. You think you
days.
could make it 2 days?
2
Two whole
days, yeah.
days?
Stand on Fordham?
Stand on
No.
Hour and a half.
Nah, not even.
Nah, they
Fordham.
got white girls in Marcy Projects right now.
I believe you.
All doing the twerk in front of
Was
the
it you that
sign.
said that
Yes.
video?
Oh, that bullshit.
He said that
Yeah.
bullshit. That got you mad.
Yeah.
Like, from Brooklyn.
Millie Rock.
honestly
Her Millie
thought
Rock
somebody
wasn't
was
even
gonna
that
come and
sturdy.
steal her stuff because she put her purse on the railing of the project
Somebody
and then
robbed her?
started twerking. No, I literally thought that was a spoof and then
Oh.
somebody was gonna literally come and was like, "I'm gonna take advantage and rob her and leave."
Nah, you can
But
really
then
rock
that
on
just
any
was
block.
innocent,
She
like,
a
twerk
white
video.
woman in America. They ain't
She
stealing
good.
nothing. They ain't stealing nothing from her.
She just was there at the right time.
Her
right
Millie
moment.
Rock wasn't sturdy though.
It wasn't.
She was kind of shaky.
Yeah.
Hands were too low.
I give her that.
It gotta be a certain.
It's truth time.
I'm not
Can you guys see yourself living here for the long haul?
Yep.
Yeah. What you saying? You're
Yep. I'm out of here.
depends.
When I was younger, I definitely didn't want to leave. But as I got older and I experienced other places, it's like 50-50.
I'm still in love with
I
it,
don't think
but
I'll be able to find that energy anywhere else. But these prices, oh my God.
Yeah, shit.
Wherever
Jeez.
that bag call me, I am going.
So you a thought for the bag.
We out to Alaska.
Call me.
Delicious.
All
I'm
2021.
delicious for
Delicious
that, for that
with
bag.
bag.
Mm.
So, all right, okay. What happens if money wasn't an issue? Would you stay? Like, if you had $1 billion, like,
Yeah.
would you stay in New York?
Yeah,
Nope.
I would.
But, well, it depends. Like Nas said, 50-50. I would probably have a house here during the summer. That's it. But I'm not staying here during no damn winter.
See me.
Yeah, I would
Oh,
go
yeah,
to the
facts.
West
I can't
Coast
fuck
for
with the winter.
See me. It's like depending on my age range. Like right now, where I'm a young thought pocket, I want to be here. But when I retire the young thought pocket, put the jersey in the Raptors, I want to go in the
Rafters.
countryside.
Rafters.
Yeah.
Rafters.
In the Raptors.
In the Raptors.
You guys is a bunch of dinosaurs.
Holding my shit like this.
It's like,
In the rafters.
It's like, where your
Yeah.
jersey at? It's in the Raptors.
When I put it in the rafters.
I imagine those kids in the costume, the raptor costume. They're just like,
Raptors.
He literally learned that today, though. Don't let him fool you. He been saying Raptors for years.
Like, Malik, where you get your Raptors from?
they're there.
So, yeah.
The Raptors.
Once I put the jersey in the rafters, I would want to be countryside, you know.
Countryside?
Yeah.
In the country?
Where?
In the country.
You're definitely
like
going back to Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Texas, like, yeah.
So, I mean, despite everything you said about Texas, you actually really loved it.
Like the space, what you would buy, what you rent here for, you would live like a rapper there. Like
I
literally.
believe it.
But if I had all the money in the world, then that really
That wouldn't really
apply.
matter. You could just
But
So you
I
could
wouldn't
buy
live in the
space.
city because I can't get jiggy with like people who own brownstones and like pay millions of dollars for them and like you still don't have park. Like you gotta park like a regular
Yeah, that's
motherfucker.
crazy.
Like I don't
That's
get that part of
crazy.
it. So
just
that's
build
why
your
it's
own
like,
shit with a parking garage.
yeah, it would have to be like. But the thing about it is
How
in New
much
York
money would do
City,
that?
where's the space? Like you can't even if you had Jay-Z money, you couldn't be like I'm gonna buy the corner of 147th and build the parking lot with my crib. It's like you would still have. There's no more space. You would have to leave the city.
And buy 2 brownstones and make that one.
You want to park in
Yes,
and
you
all?
are. Yeah, but you know the person
That's
that
another
lived there
level
ain't gonna
stuff.
give it up to you
No.
because they want it because they know what it's worth.
Mm.
So yeah, I'll probably end up out of here when the jerseys get in the rafters.
Any specific destination?
Just space. I like space. I want the kid to be able to like roll
But I
out
like
in the
space,
grass.
but like close to, things.
You
I don't
tryna
want to be
move to
so
Long Island?
far.
Oh, upstate.
Sound like,
Nope.
What you're describing. Nerf.
I'm out of
It's actually
here.
not that bad over there.
Don't care.
What about you
So
guys?
close
Any
to the city?
specific place you would like to go?
Someplace
Oh, would you guys
warm.
stay here? No.
Like I said, 50-50. I prefer warmth. I don't know how many more New York City winters I could do, man.
I heard Newark get hot.
Newark,
Yeah.
the block maybe.
You said Newark, like Jersey?
Yeah. Heard it's hot all year round.
No, it is not.
Nah, he's talking about the streets.
Oh, okay.
Block stay hot.
The blocks stay high.
I believe that. I want no action over there.
So Long Island,
Yeah.
maybe. You know a couple good people out there.
I have family out there. Oh, you
I
don't-
know a lot of great people out there, but
PJ's
that,
not
I
out
ain't
there.
staying out there.
So you leaving New York, the state?
I'm out.
Where you
of
going?
Here.
You never gave his location.
I would definitely live in LA
I would prefer to be bi-coastal.
Why you want to be LA?
because it's
to
hot
New
all
York?
year round.
The weather.
And you could go
Oh.
if I really wanted to show my kids the snow. I could drive 2 hours up north, let them see the snow, and see the beach in the same goddamn day.
I don't know if you do it same day though.
No, you
That's
can't
a lot of
because it's 2
driving.
hours there.
know,
No,
that's
I
a
wouldn't do
lot.
it, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's a
You know they got the
possibility.
indoor snow spots too.
No, I just don't want to be around snow.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't like it anymore. I don't.
Snow's fun though. The snow.
All right.
You ain't out here plowing them streets.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you got a different experience in the snow. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be here.
Snowmen, snow
I'm not
angels.
plowing
Don't you
anything.
guys like remember those times?
Yeah.
I didn't have those times either.
remember
I
the
didn't have
frostbite.
those times.
Yeah,
My
me
dad
neither.
used to put snow in a bucket and then put
Play
it
in
through
that.
the window and say, "Play now. I'm not going outside of this."
Playing that is crazy. Playing that
I'm
is
so serious.
wild,
The
bro.
hand wave. Look, they're playing the
We couldn't like hang out. We were good children. There was no hanging out on the block, so we're not gonna go outside and play snowman.
So
It's
he
like,
went
no.
outside, got a bucket of snow,
So-
brought it back in the
So-
living room.
It's called the kivette.
So only bad children hang out on the block?
Yes, it's called a kivette or the little bucket. You know that they have a nursing home, the little bucket to like wash people in.
Him putting
So
a
we had
bucket-
those. He
put
put
a-
it in and on the windowsill to collect the snow and said, "This is clean snow." He put it inside. He was like, "Yay!" In the back.
In your living room.
Why that shit just melted by the
And
time
then,
I got
no, because it's right
Bucket
by the
of
window,
water.
so it's still cold.
Oh,
So he was like,
sure.
"Yeah," and I was like, "Okay, I'm over it. I really don't want."
Oh, you didn't
Throw it
really
back
have
out
a
the
childhood
window.
with snow then? I used to do like the sled
did-
down there.
Sled in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, true.
Whoops.
They
Sledding
got
down.
hills in Brooklyn.
They have hills in Harlem.
They do.
Got hills in
I
Brooklyn.
lived on a slope. I mean, flat surface.
I was about to say
I
a
was
slope
about
is
to say,
a fucking.
No. You lived on a slope. I lived on a flat surface. Okay. All these damn hills
Were
in
you
Harlem.
were you sledding down Sugar Hill?
Nah. That's what That's wild.
called.
That's wild.
That's what it's called.
I know that's what it's called, but sledding down Sugar Hill
Harlem,
is
baby.
dangerous.
It's Harlem, baby.
Especially when I was a child.
Oh no, he would have like slid into like a needle or something.
I need. Okay, thank you.
What?
Thank you, Jessica. I wasn't talking about that kind of dangerous.
Have-
Jeez.
That's the danger I was talking about.
Thanks for playing up the stereotypes of Hollywood.
Crack needles
Hebron.
everywhere.
Hebron.
When we were younger in Harlem, yes, there was.
Jessica, you never came here when you were
Because
younger.
I wasn't
Harlem.
allowed to. They said it was
She
too
was scared
dangerous.
of the
It was very
needles.
exhibit. Yes.
You
You gotta come back to Brooklyn.
You guys,
crackhead.
you guys see how New York is? We can just argue in a New York minute. You know,
I'm gonna come back to Brooklyn a crackhead.
No,
What happened to you out there?
Needle, and now I'm a crackhead. It was unavoidable.
shout,
There
shout
is
out,
no cure.
Landmine.
it's not. When I went to college and I
Shout
came
out to
up
Magic
here, that's
Johnson.
the first time I saw Diamond.
What's that shit?
Oh, Magic. Oh.
Oh man.
No, but that's the first time I saw a weed dime bag. Come
On
the
the
weed
floor?
dime
on the
bag.
floor. And I was like, it's
You're
green.
coming. Wait a second.
I
You're
have a
coming from
question.
Brooklyn.
One marijuana.
You're coming from
Yes.
Brooklyn, and that was the first time you
I
saw a
was like,
weed
what
dime
is this
bag.
tiny bag? Like, what is it for? And
picked
it's
it up?
I did not.
Oh, I was about
You,
to
you,
say.
you,
I
you
saw
definitely
it.
said you picked it up. Oh,
You said it was
yeah,
this big.
I got out of it.
I
It's-
looked
it's
at
in your-
it
it's
and
in your
it looked
pores now,
good.
Jeff.
He said it's in your
Drug
pores.
tested. It's drug tested. It's in your pores now. I was fucking.
He said it's in your pores.
No, 'cause I was like, it looked like a Ziploc bag, but it's about like this big. So
Yeah.
what is it for?
Now you know what's scarier?
What?
Not that I know in movies that I've seen. They put coke and all that other shit in the little bags too. So
Yeah,
it could have been
man.
all. It could have been anything.
You think those bags were just meant for weed, and that was it?
Yeah.
12
No,
skinnies.
they're bags.
12 skinny.
12 skinnies. That's what,
What
they
is
call
that?
them. That's the name of the bag.
12 skitties?
Yeah.
Because it's 12 by 12.
Welcome to New York.
12 by 12.
But yeah, that's not the wildest thing of your statement. You said you came to Harlem from Brooklyn, and that was the first time you saw one of those bags
Yes,
on the
because
street.
that's when I had
From
to tra-
Brooklyn.
Yes, because that's when I had
From
to travel
Brooklyn.
on my own and go on the trains and pass showtime.
He's
in order
saying
to see
on
it.
your way to the train and in the train station before
So
you
you
got to
within
Harlem,
within
no
your
weed
time,
bags.
No.
within all your journeys in Brooklyn, you've never come across a weed
Later
bag.
in life, I
You
have,
not dead
but
ass.
after
Later in
I
life,
dead
started
ass.
living,
You not dead ass.
I am,
dead ass,
I
dead
am
ass.
the deadest of athletes.
The deadest of-
I have no need to lie.
Nah, I'm not rolling.
Yes, we
No
were
pun.
sheltered children. We were driven everywhere, so there was no like. I'm not walking in the street. And
You gotta
seeing
walk to the
guys
car.
My nigga, that was it. My
Which
nigga,
was parked in front of the house. Like,
I don't believe you because I know one of them baggies fell inside your snow bucket. At least once.
Sound like you put it there.
the
From-
second story window.
People be on the roof doing whatever they do.
Yeah, it's
They
true.
couldn't get to our. Listen, I
You
lived
don't
in
know
a
that.
very private building where nobody was going.
Shit.
around
Okay.
smoking.
Oh, so
People who live in private buildings
crackheads
do
get
drugs
through
too.
all that. Crackheads get through all
They
that.
just go through the keyhole.
He said,
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Crackheads have soft. they have soft
Soft
bones.
bones?
So they
Wait, they Gumby? He said they Gumby.
He said they got soft bones.
my
What?
Gosh.
New York shit, man.
Yo. All right, I have a question.
They
Well,
do the heroin lean, but you
Since
know,
we're here.
that's for something else.
from all parts of New York City and the boroughs, are there borough differences? Since we're all New Yorkers, we attest that there are borough differences.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I want to ask a guy from Long Island, because you'd have met everybody from different boroughs. How you feel about the borough differences?
I mean, me personally, I
As an outsider.
Wait, what?
As an
There's
outsider.
a little tangent when people say me personally. Is this saying me already personal?
me. Now, personally, just makes it sound better. Me personally.
Sound like you
Oh,
read.
you know what would always
Me,
fuck me up?
myself,
Me
and I.
personally, myself.
I never heard that one. Me personally, myself, I.
Sound like you
Feel
read books
that.
when you do that shit. me, this sound like no books. Me personally, you sound like you read
Me,
no
I
books.
personally, myself, PJ. But nah, the stereotype that I learned about coming into like the cities or learning about the cities in general, like Brooklyn was like the gritty, the grimy. I guess they say Bronx is kind of similar to that, but I always heard
But
that
that's
Manhattan was
context.
like the Harlem area was like the flashiness, and I always heard like Queens was about fashion as well as like getting money. But honestly, I don't know if it's because of the era that I came up. It seems all the same to me. Like I feel like everybody's kind of like.
Yo, my man, don't disrespect me. I beat. We from Harlem. We ain't like nothing else.
I thought you were from like
Alright,
Puerto Rico or
relax.
something. Texas.
You rep
man.
Texas, right?
One
Harlem,
thing,
Texas. It's a place in
Okay.
Texas.
one thing I always notice, like if you speak to somebody from Brooklyn and ask them about the Bronx, they just say the Bronx is wild, and they'll never
It
go there.
is.
And when you speak to somebody from the Bronx about Brooklyn, they say that Brooklyn is wild and that they'll never go there.
Nah, the first
When
time we
me,
went
someone
to the
living in the
Bronx-
middle, who has been to both of them, y'all kind of the same.
No.
There's baggies in Brooklyn and there's baggies in the Bronx.
Did you forget the first time we actually spent a day in the Bronx
We spent
as a
it.
group? We were filming a short film, and across the street, this guy comes out with those big mallet hammers. What y'all filming? I want to know, and drops it on the floor like, I want to know. Can I be in your movie?
Yeah,
I
see,
said, Naj, I'm watching your back. As
I
a
mean,
actor."
I feel like I've seen that shit in Brooklyn too.
Where?
that's everywhere.
Jessica,
You never been to Brownsville?
I have lived Bronzeville adjacent.
exactly. I'm pretty sure
That's
you
a whole different life.
I'm
That is
pretty
a
sure you seen
different,
some
that's
wild
a
shit.
different area. That's different.
But I'm not going. I'm not. Yeah, the Bronx is kind of different.
it's
as well.
it's a whole new world.
I think that I don't know if it was the Bronx. I want to say it was the Bronx, but it was like this news report of this dare. First of all, I don't know how a dare got into the Bronx, but it was
Oh,
dead
it was
in
the
a
Bronx.
in a garbage can, and that was it. How the fuck did this?
It was
Sound
the
like some
Bronx.
psycho
It came
shit.
from upstate. No, that's when two.
you know what was fucking me up though? I don't even think the dare died. I don't even think it was dead like in the fucking trash can. Somebody found it somewhere else, and they probably just decided to put it in there because you know
Put it in. Listen.
they trying to keep the
else
neighborhood
did-
clean.
Didn't that happen to Paid in Full? Harlem shit.
They trying to keep the neighborhood clean.
You just compare Sunny to a deer.
I mean, we talking about trash bags, wrapped up to the. I mean, it all
Oh,
makes
and there
sense.
was
I
that
did not
that
see
shit
that
the
movie,
other
so-
day on 145th in front of the Starbucks. They found the body wrapped up in a carpet.
Yo,
What?
You know what's even crazier?
That was
Harlem
recent.
World.
Yo,
You don't
you
shout Harlem
repping
World
that?
after that?
You repping
it's
that?
not even. They found the body, right? But then when they did all the camera investigation, you see the video of two dudes pushing the body up the hill.
Like it was nothing.
What I'm saying, and then when I
What
saw
was
it,
where?
in my head, I'm like, yo, it's Starbucks, Bank of America,
Right there?
supermarket. Like, what you doing pushing the dead body in the middle of the day? Like, in the middle of the night, past these big businesses that they got
All
cameras
have
outside.
security.
I'm going to get away with it. Yeah, but you can look it up. 4/5. You see two
I
dudes,
don't
like,
want to look it up. We pass that all the time.
Well,
you and a few others.
it's your opinion about coffee.
Well, I don't drink it, and no longer will.
All right. Anyone have any crazy New York moments?
Oh man, I don't think we have enough time.
No, please tell
Go
your
ahead.
story. No, you tell your story first.
What's my story?
You lean to hey,
To hey,
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 hey.
hey. You confusing me.
The guy. Your harassment moment.
My harassment. Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
I have a lot of those.
Sweetie on 145th.
So,
Why everything happens on 145th?
Word, 45th.
crazy story. I was walking down Convent
Shout
one
out
day.
Sugar Hill.
I was walking down Convent one day, right? Going home from work. And I noticed out the side of my eye someone just like, trailing me. But I wasn't thinking they were trailing me. In the moment, I was just like, whatever. They were right. It's a street. It's a two-way street. People are traveling in cars. So I get to 145th. I make a turn. And as I'm walking up, the person flags me down because he actually made the turn with me. And he called me over. I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, I was just wondering, can I suck your dick? As
Wait a minute.
he had some bills in his hands. I don't know how much money he had, but I was not interested. But I was not interested in his offer.
To make that clear.
Not.
I turned him down.
Why?
Why?
What?
That's not his bag.
That's for him to answer.
No, I'll answer for him.
First of all, he didn't have enough money for the kit fee. No.
Wait a
Wait a minute.
But no, it was over for that. So yeah,
I have a crazy
I don't know
New York
how
moment.
often people outside New York Street,
I got a question.
New York City get
the
offered.
harassment in New
What
York is
kind,
another
what kind of
level.
car he was in?
Oh man.
I don't know the brand. It wasn't SUV.
Wait a minute.
It looked fairly new.
I have a funny New York. I don't know if it's funny, but it's funny to me. Me and my boys, we grew up around a bunch of Bloods. We grew up in a Blood neighborhood, right?
Mm.
And it was one night. It was like 7 of us. We were out. And now, mind you, at this time, we like 13, 14. So it was maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe.
And y'all outside at 13 years old?
Yeah, I mean, our families were so close. And
A lot.
baby. But nah, we was in a park.
At 13?
Shout out to Park Ave.
And
And we seen like 40, 50 dudes out there just running the streets. This is around the time, like, gangbanging was at an
Like
all-time high.
were they together like at the same time?
Yeah, like making
how you see in
noise.
cartoons, a bunch of them just moving from.
Yeah, it was just making a lot of noise. Probably just doing a lot of foolishness.
Mm.
So at the time, Crips weren't really. It wasn't a large amount of them at the time in our neighborhood. So we assuming that these were other dudes that were like the Bloods that we know amongst the area. So we hear them saying blood noise, like the brad, the swoop. So, us, we young. We like, yeah, we saying this shit back. We're getting closer to these people. I start seeing blue bandanas. So I'm like, hold on now. This ain't the niggas we thought it was going to be. All I hear is the smallest dude in the crowd say, "What's cracking?" My boy says, "Your jaw, nigga." Was that you leaving? That was all of us, because once we started seeing niggas running at us, and I will never forget, shout out to my boy Kwani. We ran into his father that night. His father picked us up. So we telling him the story. As we telling him the story, he gets gangster. Yo, we gonna find these niggas. Me and my boy in the back seat,
no,
nigga, we trying to go
home.
the fuck home. What the fuck is you talking about? We gonna find these niggas. That shit was wild, though. Remember, that was a funny ass night, man. Only because we made it.
I can imagine you in the back of the car while he's like, "We gonna find him." He's like, "Nah, I'm pretty tuckered."
I'm good. But yeah, man, it was a funny moment.
Oh my.
Anybody else got any funny or crazy moments in New York?
We trying to go there?
Nah, nothing compared to y'all. Y'all got it. I got the title.
What's cracking?
Jessica got a few. Doop.
Pun intended. He made the jerk off movement.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jerk off. What?
Somebody jerked off in front of
You
me.
know what's
Multiple
funny?
people have jerked off in front of me on public transportation.
What?
So that's what he's getting
Oh
at.
yeah, you did tell us.
Yeah.
Wait, no. She ain't saying it on this goddamn show. Wait a minute.
The funny thing about that is that they don't know.
Well, okay, case number 1. It's like case files in my memory banks.
Case study.
So case study number 1. Log it in. Give me your glasses.
Docket number.
We're gonna make this special.
Story time with Jess.
Yeah, play the No, that was wrong. I was gonna say play the SVU theme song. No, I don't want to end that way. So yeah, first version. Going to high school, empty cart. Me, older woman across from me, and then this guy further down. Usually in the area where
Real quick, when she says empty carts, for those that don't know, she's talking about on the subway train. Empty cart.
Oh,
right?
a subway cart,
Yeah, subway cart,
which
yeah.
we call just empty car.
Mm.
So not next to the conductor, which is the person that drives the car. Yes. So she comes to me and she says, "Ma'am, we have to leave the train because this guy masturbating across and he's staring at you." I said, "Oh, thank you. Mind you, I'm a teenager, so I go across." Next time, fast forward to college, waiting on the platform. The guy is jerking himself off, a Wall Street guy, under his newspaper.
Oh my
I'm
God.
the only one that notices, so I have to move
Do
down.
you say he's a Wall Street guy
Jeez,
because
buddy.
he was wearing a suit?
In white.
Reading the Wall Street paper.
That's
White.
why.
So all 3 of those things were true.
All of them were true.
White guy in a suit.
Reading the
reading
Wall Street Journal.
paper.
Jerking himself off.
Definition of a New Yorker.
On Fulton Street
Definition.
platform.
It's not like he just found all those.
Huh?
It's
He
not like
gets away
he just
with
found all that shit. And
No.
just,
It was in between.
This gonna be my MO
It
today.
was in between meetings,
throw the
and he's
suit
just
on.
like doing what he has to do.
That's wild.
Fast forward to recently,
What?
waiting on. This
Still going
happened
on?
last month.
Oh my
Going
God.
home, this guy's right next to me. I wake up because I tend to take naps on the train, which I no longer do because of this situation. And he is caressing his micro penis right next to me. And I look at the woman next to me, I'm like, "You don't see this?" She does not because it got tucked away under his shirt.
Because it was
of the
micro.
set. Yes.
She had bad sight.
What's it? Nearsighted?
She was probably nearsighted. So I looked at her, and then I got up and I looked at him. I said, "You are disgusting." And he tried to hurry across. And
That sounds like traumatizing.
You told him he was
of course it
disgusting?
was. I looked at him like, "What the fuck?" Excuse my French, but yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
And I jumped up, and it was full cart. 11 o'clock at night.
You should have hit it with an
Packed
uppercut.
cart.
I don't know.
No, because there's situations where like, I just get up.
I'm just thinking in my head when you said something to him, he like, say that again, hold on, say that again.
I don't know. I don't know. Like being. I don't know. Like my cat's watching me. I gotta kick them out the room.
What?
You out here getting like this nigga on the train.
Everybody around
For
him.
some reason, they just like whipping it out when I'm on the train.
So is it
I
like
think
a
it's a
protocol?
thing.
It is a thing. It's avoidance.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm
If
saying
they
for
wanna be
you.
caught.
I'm saying for him in his house, like with the cats around, like do you gotta like make sure you lock the door?
Cats gotta
Yeah.
go. The windows gotta be shut. Towels gotta be by the bed.
You
gotta
wait.
set
You
the
still
stage.
got
It's a whole game plan.
So you still got keyholes so crackheads can get in there.
You ain't safe. You ain't safe. Lastly, does anyone have anywhere they can recommend people when they come to New York? Go. Speed round.
Home.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my God, Ipudo
Ipudo. I'm gonna say
ramen restaurant.
the Statue of Liberty.
Have you been there?
Nope.
Exactly.
I've seen it from a distance.
How you gonna recommend some shit you ain't been to?
Take both of us. And episode 10, 9, 8. Where are
10.
we? 10.
Yeah, he doesn't watch the show.
Wow.
I don't
we
know
are
why he shows
10?
up.
Yes.
Yo, I ain't never do 10 or nothing in my
Well,
life.
we gotta leave them with like words of encouragement. If you ride the subway, watch out for the showtime so you don't get kicked in the head, and then watch out for the pickpocketers. So keep your purses closed and stay
Watch
in the
out for
car
three-card Molly,
with
too.
the conductor.
Oh,
Watch
one more
out for
thing.
micro penises.
Yo, I wrote this down this morning. My man
Well, they can
Ice
also be
Cube.
large penises jerking off on the train.
My
Also,
man Ice Cube
they
said
don't
this.
discriminate.
He said, used to be Don Juan, now you just Twan.
What?
First of all, Ice Cube's from LA. let's try to keep it New York.
I don't know why. It was just
in,
a
the,
bar.
in the immortal words of Cameron, I keep the computers putin'
The boosters boosting.
and the boosters boosting. Rooter to tutor. Didn't he say some shit like that?
Maneuver.
rooter to the tooth.
Now, the hardest is I got yellow diamonds in my head. Call them lemon head, your lemon head.
Facts.
Cameron bar.